So the fallout from the Jaguar Land Rover cyber attacks is still ongoing, and we've got another update regarding this, and it's not good news for those associated with the company. Those wanting to get a new Land Rover anytime soon, they are going to be shut down until at least October 1st, and that is something that has been kind of in the pipeline for some time. We expected this to be the case because this is something that has really made the company worry and made them very concerned about future attacks and all the information that may well have been lost as a result. Of course, there was a similar attack of Marks and Spencer's here in the UK not too long ago, and that took about 3 or 4 months, I think, to rectify in the end. October 1st would mark exactly 1 month since the initial attack took place and was revealed publicly. But let's have a look at the full story for you guys here on the channel as always. Jaguar Land Rover said on Tuesday that its production lines shut down after a cyber attack in August will remain halted until at least October 1st. Britain's biggest automaker sent workers home from its factories in central and northwest England on August 31st. I thought it was September 1st that it happened. It was actually August 31st. Either way, pretty much a month since it initially occurred. The shutdown has rippled through the UK auto industry, and Jaguar Land Rover, which is owned by Tata Motors in India, employs more than 30,000 people in the United Kingdom, with its supply chain supporting tens of thousands more jobs around it. Indeed, guys, of course, we brought you the story that, businesses, suppliers to JLR, they could well go out of business as well, and the knock-on effect is really massive. They are having to lay off staff as a result, and you've got to wonder whether JLR are potentially going to have to do the same thing further down the line. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's definitely a possibility with how things are. The company has disclosed limited information about the nature of the attack and says that it is still investigating this case. JLR said in a statement that it has extended its pause in production to, quote, give clarity for the coming week as we build the timeline for phased restarts of our operations and continue our investigation. The government said that the Business Secretary Peter Kyle and Industry Minister Chris MacDonald will visit JLR on Tuesday and talk to companies in the supply chain. We are acutely aware of the difficulties this stoppage is causing for those suppliers and their staff, many of whom are already taking financial hits through no fault of their own. And we will do everything we can to reassure them that the government is on their side, according to McDonald. Of course, some people have been claiming and hoping that there's going to be some sort of furlough scheme for those companies that are affected, but that would be very costly for the government, and they will try to avoid doing that at all costs. But will they be able to avoid it? Should they be able to avoid it? Should there be a furlough scheme for the people affected by this? I don't know, guys. We'll have to see what happens with this, of course. But like I said in my previous videos, this really does highlight how poor a lot of these big companies are when it comes to their IT infrastructure, and more importantly as well, when it comes to training staff members to actually be able to use their systems safely and not allow for any of these kinds of hacks. You can have the most robust system in the world, but if there is a problem in front of the keyboard, well, you're really in a tough position at that point. But guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Not really bringing you much good news when it comes to JLR, but hopefully some better news is on the way soon.